Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. If y'all are new here, my name is Nona. I'm the witch, author, and poet of the Royal House of Magic of Eden. I'm also the matriarch, the witch, and the Psionin sage and wise woman of the Psionin path and of the Psionin archives. And if y'all are returning, hey family, welcome back to our sacred garden. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. Today, this video is dedicated to our Divine Feminine. We need to know what our Divine Feminine needs to hear. As I state that, I am looking up ahead out of my window and I'm noticing that there are two birds soaring above the trees. They're actually up in the sky, of course, obviously. And they look like they're looking for something. And it appears that they are soaring as a pair. So this, to me, what I'm hearing is divine union and divine partnership, which is so interesting because that's a topic that has actually been coming up a lot, not only in my own personal life, but also for other people's lives as well that I've been talking to. And I'm noticing a pattern. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and dive into what's going on now. So with this pattern, I feel like there's like a sequence, and for whatever reason, I'm hearing that there is a divine sequence with y'all. It's interesting that I want to get directly into the reading because typically I like to take my time and I like to say a prayer and things of that nature, but I cannot help but feel like there is this divine pattern that is happening. And the numbers are 2, and the numbers are 3, and the numbers are 7. So 2, 3, and 7, you may have been seeing 777, 222, 333, and even 888. These are all numbers that are coming through and whatnot. And I'm really feeling like Divine Feminine is taking the forefront. Divine Feminine is taking the stage. Divine Feminine within everybody. It's not about gender. It's just about the fact that the Divine Feminine within everyone is showing up head on. Like, Divine Feminine is making its mark now. I am going to say this, although I am very inclusive with everyone, despite whatever gender you are or how you choose to identify, I'm going to be honest and say that I am feeling that the melanated woman is what's catching my eye right now. The melanated woman in leadership, the melanated woman in just out, whatever. If you consider yourself a melanated woman, then this video goes out to you. And not even just this video, but whatever messages, just come through. And I'm just going to let it be what it is. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to fight it. I am going to also state that, yes, I am very inclusive. I do not leave out any genders. I am going to highlight whatever spirit is having me to highlight. There are groups, there are organizations, there are whatever else that are out in the world that can support everyone. I know that I am only one woman. I cannot support everyone, but I can do the best that I can to support those that I'm in alignment with. So again, this video definitely is for the Divine Feminine as a whole. The highlight here does seem to be melanated women, and I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to honor that. So Spirit, thank you so much for allowing me to deliver that message. Thank you so much for protecting me as I immerse myself into your divine wisdom. I ask that you please protect this space, and may everyone who is here right now feel that they are welcome, because they are. May everyone who is here right now who has not clicked out yet know that they too are welcome and that they are loved and that they are honored into this space. Thank you so much to our angels, to our guides, to our ancestors, first and foremost, for being with us each and every energy cycle and each and every moment out of our lives. Thank you so much for just being in our space and for protecting us and giving us the wisdom that we need to help us along our journeys. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to be the vessel that relays any messages that my soul tribe needs to hear. Thank you for the confidence, the conviction, and the courage that I have developed over the years to show up as a divine feminine presence in the lives of other people. Thank you so much for sending the people to me that I needed my help, whose lives I was able to help when we crossed paths. May whoever listens to this right now feel empowered, feel loved, feel adorned, feel revered, and may they know that they are being acknowledged in the eyes of Spirit and that they are being acknowledged in the eyes of the world. Thank you so much, Spirit, for just simply being with me without me having to ask. Just thank you. Ashe, and it is so. What does Divine Feminine need to hear right now in this moment, Spirit? Thank you so much for speaking through me very clearly. Thank you so much, Spirit, for speaking to me in a very clear, concise, and divine way. Okay. Oh, so your cards are just like, nope. I don't want to show face right now. I'm going to let it be a surprise. Oh, except for this card. I spoke too soon, I guess. So we also do have some cards here in this oracle deck. Forgive my middle finger here. My middle finger, I don't have a nail on it. No, I'm not flipping you off. We do have these oracle cards here. I decided to use a completely new set of oracle cards. Well, the ones that you guys have not seen yet. They're new to you, but they're not new to me. The only one that's new to me is this deck right here, and this is the Green Witches Oracle deck. And I also have another deck here that's called Green Witch Oracle, which is so interesting. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and continue. What card was that flipped out? Okay, we'll see what happens. Oh, all right. One. Wow. Exactly 5 cards. Did y'all see that? That was amazing. That was amazing. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and continue here, or at least get started. The first card that showed face was this 8 of Cups here. And with the 8 of Cups coming out, the 8 of Cups usually indicates a journey that is to be taken, because there's something that is missing and there's something that is calling you. There's a part of the journey where not only is it emotional, it is deeply spiritual, and it is leading to some type of emotional transformation, some type of profound wisdom that you'll end up receiving. But it is a result of you going into the night, you going into this darkness, you going into the woods, so to speak, to connect with nature, to connect with yourself. And it's this open embrace where Spirit is saying is that you are laying down something, you are giving up something. You are no longer attaching yourself to certain outcomes. You're no longer attaching yourselves to the things that you found valuable in that moment. But what you are actually doing is you are letting go, you are embracing, you are being open, because you know that there is something within you that is calling you. And your divine feminine 100% is not only awakening, but your divine feminine is remembering. You are on a path of remembrance, and that is what this looks like. This 8 of Cups here is bringing me to someone whose divine feminine is on a path of remembrance. I'm going to take the time real quick to say that I've been working with this oil. Of course, I've been working with the oil because I work with everything that's in my Ethereum. And this is the oil that has been the star of the show recently, along with others. And this oil is meant to empower your divine feminine, whether it be your dark divine feminine or your light divine feminine. But this oil is divine feminine empowerment at its core, and I love it because I feel like anyone who is needing help with loving themselves and honoring their divine feminine and being empowered in that soft space and leading with softness and leading with fierceness when needed, this is the oil that you do want to use. I recently have been using this oil to anoint my cowrie shells, which I find is amazing. I'm actually going to insert a clip somewhere in the video showing you what I did to anoint these, and like the mini ritual that I did. But I've been anointing my cowrie shells because, if y'all know, cowrie shells are symbols of divine feminine energy. They are very grounding. They can help you to lean into the roots, or to be not just structured, but they help you to root yourself into the earth while allowing you to connect with that emotional, that spiritual, that watery aspect within yourself. So if you're listening to this right now, you may be called to work with the cowrie shell, which I find to be so beautiful. These shells are so amazing. I'm going to leave one out here on the altar just for you. It's right here, if you can see that. So basically, yes, this 8 of Cups to me it's pointing to prophecy. There's something that you knew that was calling you, and now you're answering that call. Your divine feminine is not only awakening, your divine feminine is remembering. In fact, because you are leaning into this divine feminine space, it allows you to remember the codes. You are being given codes to unlock these different aspects within your divine feminine, because you yourself are walking or going into alignment. You're becoming aligned, and that to me is so beautiful, because you were shut out from your intuition for so long, so where now you cannot help but to answer this call, because Spirit is calling you. Your ancestors are surrounding you, and this to me feels very watery. It feels very prophetic. It feels very dreamy, but in a way where the dreams become reality. And it's this divine feminine essence that you have allowed to lie dormant, that is letting you know there's something else, there's something missing. You are no longer on a path of pursuit, and you're no longer holding everything yourself. You are letting things just be what they are. It's the Tower card, or the Tower card in reverse, where it's like, listen, the worst has happened. I am not allowing myself to continue to let these things control my life. In fact, I'm facing these different parts of myself. There are things that may be coming up for you right now in the past, where you may be faced with certain things. Certain people may be coming to you. Certain people from the past may be reappearing. Certain things, you may be having dreams about people from the past. You may be having dreams about old friendships or whatever it may be. And there are different parts of you that are not necessarily dying off per se, but there are different parts of you that you are no longer associating yourself with, or we can say die off. But there's a part of you that is not only being transformed, there's a part of you that is coming out that was lying dormant for eons. And this to me is ancient wisdom that is awakening within yourself. This is ancestral wisdom that is awakening within you. And it's interesting because this is pointing to Scorpionic energy. It's pointing to Plutonian energy, which rules the 8th house in astrology, which deals with ancestral energy, ancestral remembrance. It also does deal with ancestral knowledge and wisdom in an intuitive way. And it's the spiritual aspect of these that you discover and that you implement that can help you become in alignment. And I just really feel that. We're going to go ahead and turn the cards over. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. You have the World card. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. You have the 8 of... Wow, that card has been coming up a lot. This 8 of Swords energy, it's coming up a lot. This 2 of Swords in reverse here. 9 of Swords. It has been coming up a lot. Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of... What? Stop it. I love this. I love this so much. And the reason why is because you are becoming empowered. You are no longer allowing yourself to sing the same old song, the same story, and you are letting go of the victimhood here. You are owning your power right now. You were a part of a system that abused you in the most financial, emotional, spiritual, mental, emotional way. And you are saying, I am no longer allowing this system to keep hold of me. I am breaking free of this. And in fact, I'm building my own system because I know that I am divinely led. There is something that people or that this group or whatever wants to give to you. But once you decide that you no longer want to sit and wait and be passive about it, you are allowing yourself to open up to not only receive, but to recalibrate and to bring people back together. But Spirit is saying is that I need you to get past the mental blockages that you have within yourself. And Spirit is saying is that your environment played a direct role in how you viewed yourself, your mindset. It was the things that you went through growing up. It was the things that you went through in your past relationships, in your past partnerships, in your past friendships, or whatever it may be, that gave you a certain outlook. But there is something beautiful being given to you now. The word is ruins. There were certain ruins that happened, but you are taking those ruins and you are building something long lasting. You're leaving a legacy. The ruins, these ancient ruins, what Spirit is saying, these ancient ruins that you have in your life, you are now taking to rebuild something sustainable, permanent, something that will outlast you. That is the vibe that's the vibe that's coming through right now. With this Queen of Wands here, there is such a deep mystery to you. You hold so much mystery in your own life, and that is what makes you magnetic, but that's what makes you a visionary. That's what makes you a seer. This Queen of Wands here this is who you are to your core. To your core, you are someone that is deeply mysterious. You are someone that you are the life of the party. You are the divine feminine leader of large groups of people. You are the divine feminine leader of the world. You are a divine feminine leader of the world. And this, to me, this world could look like your world. It could look like your own personal universe, where it be your family, amongst your friends, amongst your peers, or this could be global. What I'm hearing right now is global. For some people, this manifests as it being global. And I love that for you. But what I also want to say too is that you knew that this was something that you should have been doing, but you've been putting it off because you may have felt that you were unworthy, because you felt that you did not have what it takes, because you were not powerful. control. Divine feminine is taking the lead, and we have to follow it. Whether you are male, whether you are female, whether you are they, them, whoever you are, your divine feminine is what's showing up right now. And your divine feminine is speaking loud and clear, saying that I am not going to allow myself to keep asking or tiptoeing in and out of the water. I'm going to dive into this water gracefully. I'm not tiptoeing in the water anymore. I'm being brought to someone who has this fear of diving. They have a, wow, that song by Marigold is coming through, Afraid of Water. It's so amazing that that song is coming through. You know that there's something more. There's something more. You know that there is. And Spirit is saying is that I need you to answer the call. You are in a space where, oh my goodness, you have 8, and you also have 9 here. There's something that is coming to a culmination now. And I love that, because the World card indicates that this is the final step before you reach this next chapter. This is the last call. This is the last call. And that feels so, it feels so real. It is real. This is the last call. Spirit, can you please give me more? Or do I need more? Okay. Yep. I asked Spirit for more. Spirit gave me more. Wow. Didn't I say Tower card reversed? Why the heck is the Tower card reversed here? You cannot make this up if you tried. No, you cannot make it up if you tried. I specifically said Tower card reversed, and the Tower card is here in reverse. You have the Wheel of Fortune here that came up in reverse as well. Oh my goodness, stop. You have the High Priestess here in reverse, and you also have the Ace of Cups here. Spirit, I asked Spirit to give me more, and Spirit said, ask, you shall receive. That is exactly what Spirit said. I'm going to take a quick sip of my tea here in my mug that I love. I got this from the Crystal Sunflower here in Virginia. I really enjoy it. And real quick, if you guys are wondering what kind of tea it is, this is tea that I got from the vitamin shop. It's this blood sugar balancing tea. I tend to go to the packages of tea when I don't feel like making my own or when I'm running out. And if you guys are wondering, the incense that I'm burning is incense that I handed myself. It's available in the Ethereum. I'll make sure to leave a link down below in the comment section so that you guys can grab yours as well. This is frankincense and myrrh that I am burning at the moment, that I'm offering to Divine Feminine. So basically what I'm feeling with this is that there are so many things that Divine Feminine is letting go of, and you may find yourself in a space where you feel that your whole life is just where you're having to let go of so many different things. I'm gonna be honest with you, the way that some of you have been pursuing happiness and the way that some of you have been doing things, it's no longer, it's not that it's not valid, but it's no longer the way to go for you. It feels like Spirit is asking you to do something different, because every time you try doing something specific, you felt defeated. This is not a moment in your life where you're meant to continuously be defeated. In fact, the moments where you did feel defeated, those are redirections. Those were all divine redirections saying, letting you know that this is what you believed. Now this is what it is. Because all I did, the universe says to you, all I did was I took your greatest hopes and wishes. When you called out and said, Spirit, you know what is on my heart, you know what is on my soul, Spirit took that, the divine took that, and when I say divine, I mean your higher self, I mean the God within you, the God that we're all connected to, this energy. And if you believe this to be an archetypal aspect that lives outside of you, or if you believe this to be an actual being, whatever God means to you, took that and said, I'm going to amplify this because I know you deserve better, and I know that you want better, and I know that you're dreaming bigger than what you're saying. So the fact that you keep calling out for this, I'm going to redirect you. You may feel like you're being defeated, but you're not being defeated. You're meant to take these lessons and remind yourself that there is something to learn from, because when you go and where you're going, it's going to be long lasting. It's going to be full of happiness, whatever it looks like. But I need you to face this part of yourself. There's a part of you, Divine Feminine, that you are facing, whether it be you being more soft-spoken or you being more outspoken. There's a part of you that is coming out saying, I'm scared, I'm afraid this won't go right, I'm afraid that I'll be stranded, I'm afraid that I'll be left behind, I'm afraid that I won't have, I'm afraid that I'll lack something. But Spirit is saying is that no matter what, the right connections will be made if you put yourself out there. Spirit is wanting you right now to let go of whatever the fears that you're holding on to, this is a refusal to let go out of fear of not having. This Four of Pentacles is coming up as someone holding on to something for dear life because they feel that without this, they are nothing. Oh, remember in Moana when Maui kept saying, without my hook, I am nothing. And he kept saying, without my hook, I am nothing. And Moana kept going because he realized, okay, I may have felt this way, but because I was angry. There's a part of you that is angry. There's a part of you that wants to rage. There's a part of you that is upset, that may feel vengeful or spiteful. These are aspects of you that you're confronting, because these aspects of you are letting you know where you have felt violated, where you have felt emptied, where you felt taken advantage of. This is bringing up sexual trauma and sexual history. There's someone that has a very strong, unfortunate relationship with sexual abuse, and you are being called to confront the aspects of yourself that you are keeping suppressed out of fear of opening this bag. And Spirit is saying, and forgive me for sounding, I don't mean to come and completely disrupt the YouTube algorithm or YouTube or whatever, and quite frankly, I don't really care, because someone here is suffering because they are having a hard time letting go of the sexual trauma. They're having a really hard time letting go of that. And Spirit is saying is that this is the very thing that I want you to confront. Because this thing that you went through, that you are holding on to, that you have suppressed, that you have kept dormant because you were trying to survive, you can no longer live this way. You cannot live this way. You have to be willing to say, this is where I've been violated and I'm drawing my power back. The power of this oil, and I'm not doing this to sell you shit. Like, I promise you I'm not. Excuse my French. I'm not cursing at you. At times I have a potty mouth when I'm really excited or when I'm extremely passionate. It's the Sagittarian energy within me. I understand if some of you may be offended. Please again realize and know that I am not cursing at you. But this oil, when I tell you it is so powerful, these oils that I create awaken codes. They help you to unlock the codes within you. This is an extension of my magic, yes, but you are to use it in your own workings, because you are the one that has the power. You put your own energy into this, and that is what really makes it work. It's you that's making it work. Yes, I'm the one creating the spells and creating the rituals, and right, I'm doing all of these different things, but what does it mean if you are not doing the work? This is about empowering you. This is empowering you, and that is what Spirit has been wanting you to say. Too long have you not allowed yourself to move with your intuition. Your intuition is strong, it is powerful, it is absolute. It is absolute. And that paired with this Ace of Cups here, Spirit is saying is that I am cleansing you. I am washing you over so that you can be renewed. This is the rite of passage. This is your gateway. This is your entryway, because Divine Feminine, you are meant to move forward in divine confidence. That is what Spirit is wanting you to know right now. You are moving forward in divine confidence, no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what it looks like. Honor this aspect of your life that you're in right now. Honor yourself while you're in the midst of it. Honor yourself in the midst of it, because the happiness that you are wanting, that you are wanting to call in, this softness, this abundance, this beauty, this magnetism, you have all of it. Once you make up your mind, you have to make up your mind and say that I am choosing to turn this around. I am choosing to turn this around. This is so powerful, and we haven't even gotten to your cards yet, to your oracle cards yet, but we're gonna get to that. What I'm seeing in your future, and this is within like the next few years of your life, what I'm seeing is that you are going to start being given gifts. Wherever you are right now, expect a gift to be given that's going to help you get to where you need to go. The word is YouTube. I just heard the words YouTube. You may want to put yourself out there. You may want to start showing up. You may want to start writing a book. You may want to start telling your story. Because before you know it, you are going to magnetize. I'm hearing Erykah Badu. You may be someone that people remind you of Erykah Badu. Not the fact that they're trying to compare, but that's the only thing they have to compare to get you to understand how deep your energy goes. It's not saying that you are the Erykah Badu. It's saying that an aspect of you is deep, is mysterious. It's pointing directly to Piscean energy. You don't realize, or some of you may not realize how much you magnetize. You're not a peasant. And peasants don't feed, royalty doesn't feed from a peasant's plate is what I meant to say. That was a line that I took from one of my poems that I'm going to be performing out in the world one of these days. I don't know when, but I will. And royalty doesn't feed from a peasant's plate. There is something about that that's coming through now. You are not accepting peasantry. And it's so funny that I'm saying it right now, because the true peasants are those who want to wreak havoc for the sake of their own. That's a peasant. You're not accepting these mediocre energies. You're not accepting this half-ass energy anymore. Maybe once upon a time it may have been your story because you were in a space in your life where your courage and your confidence may have not been up, your self-esteem may have been low, but you're no longer accepting that. You are not accepting it anymore because you know dang on well that you deserve more than that. You deserve better. This Queen of Wands here is not settling for anything. It knows it is powerful. It knows how powerful it is. You are not accepting the story where you keep carrying the world for everyone. You are no longer doing that. You are not carrying the weight of the world anymore. It's enough that you feel the weight of the world. It's enough that you have a divine connection to the world. But then for you to carry it? No. Not anymore. Spirit is saying that's not your story anymore. It is not your story. Gratitude. Okay, we have gratitude here, and we have energy, and we also have Marigold, positive energy. Marigold, and this is the orange, of course, and then these are the pink roses. Pink rose. This Marigold is definitely lighting the way. It's so interesting that we brought up the Plutonian energy, because this is reminding me of the marigolds from Coco. And I love marigolds because they light the way for the ancestors. They are beautiful offerings for ancestral energy, and they are these beacons of light that helps to light the way for the ancestors. Not just the candles, but this marigold is a positive. There's life. It's a positive. There's positivity in. I don't know why I keep hearing like positivity in life. I'm seeing a scythe. Okay, I'm being brought to a scythe, and I'm seeing a skull. I'm seeing skull. Flowers from the dead is what I'm hearing. Flowers from the dead. Flowers for the dead. Flowers for the dead. Flowers from the dead. Skulls, marigold flowers. I don't know. Wow, that's so amazing. What happened during your quinceañera is what I'm being called to ask. Quinceañera, what happened during your quinceañera, or what happened when you turned 15? There was a transitional period where you became a woman very early in age. It may have happened before then. You may have had to grow up fast. The ancestors are walking with you because of what you've had to bear on your own for so long. They are lighting the way with you. Marigolds. Buy yourself some marigolds. Buy marigolds. I'm getting chills. Buy marigolds. These are the way. Show us to them. Show us to them. Show them to me. Show them to us. Remember me. Remember me. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. They're bringing me to the song from Coco, Remember Me. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. Don't let it make you cry. Wow. Okay. That was the message. Like that, there's something very specific about that. There's something so specific about that. I cannot help but like this energy is it's so invigorating and it's powerful, and they're wanting to help you by giving you the energy. They are giving you the wisdom that they have received from the other side, and that is what's going to help you in this life right now. You may want to do you may want to take a spiritual bath, and you may want to work with marigolds. I'm being called to tell you to work with marigolds. Like that's what this feels like. Also, you want to set up an altar, and if you don't have a space to have a big altar, you can create an altar box, or you can just be the altar, because you are at the end of the day. Indigo milk cap, true colors. Turkey tail, block. Oh my goodness. And then you have Amanita, expanded awareness. I'm gonna read off what these are. And then you have mint, abundance, persistence, proliferation. You have rosemary. Remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. See, that is so wild. Oh my goodness. Cup of tea, patience, reassessment. You guys, oh, I love this. Speaking of tea, let me go ahead and drink some tea. Okay, this video took a little bit longer than what I thought it would, but it's okay. Initially, I planned on this video being like 15 minutes. Like 15 or 20 minutes, but Spirit was like, yeah, okay, we'll see about that. Okay, let's go ahead and open up this mushroom. This mushroom deck here. That's number. Remember when we said the number's 33? Why is this card here the number 33? Can you see that? I know it's like all up in your face. There we go. 33. Okay, I'm sure you've seen it. So basically, we're going to start with that one. So we're going to have to switch back and forth, but we're just going to have to honor it. Indigo milk cap, true colors. Let your true colors shine from within. Some people cannot hide who they are, and some never show their true colors. The indigo milk cap is a stunning mushroom with its distinguishing features. It can't be mistaken for anything else. When you cut it in half, the color inside is that of the outside. Your internal environment reflects in your external environment and vice versa. You show who you truly are from the inside, and this should be celebrated. This card may be asking whether someone is showing their true colors or hiding them from view. Do you know your friends inside and out? Do you know yourself inside and out? When you understand yourself fully, it gives you a wealth of information to understand others. Do you see traits in others that are red flags? Always trust your intuition when it comes to people and situations you find yourself in. Your gut tells you when something doesn't add up. Like when someone says one thing, it does another. Take notice of these things and the people around you. Do you really need these kinds of influences in your life? You always have options to open to you. You can choose to walk away from or confront them. Remember, masks can only last so long before true colors show through. If it is you who needs to show your true colors, step into your power and do it. The time is here. This is pointing me directly to this card right here. This Three of Cups in reverse. Yes, some of you are not going to stay in these relationships. You're not going to stay in any of these things because they are against who you are. They are not. If you had integrity, you would not be friends with these individuals, or you would surround yourself with people who highlight who you are in a positive way. The people that you may not have around you, may not have your best interest at heart, or there may be some information about someone in your circle that you may not. I'm hearing like the word jealous or jealousy. They may reveal themselves to be jealous, or they may reveal themselves to be, oh, I don't like saying it this way, but the word is a hater. Like, I don't mean to like label anybody or anything like that, but that's just what's coming through. You are gonna be, for some of you, you're gonna be shocked. You'll be shocked about who you believe it is. For some of you, you already know who it is. You already know who it is. Your gut feelings are right. Okay, we have turkey tail. Block. I don't know why this is bringing me to constipation. All right, block. Where is there a blockage or stagnation in your life? Is it time to focus on building your energy and defenses so you can shift this stuck energy? It is actually, sorry about that. Chinese medicine says if there is debris in a creek causing it to be blocked, do not lift each heavy piece out of the way individually. Instead, build the flow of water so its force moves the debris on effortlessly. The creek or river is our blood and chi. And the debris is stuck energy, repressed emotions, and the accumulation of fluids that need movement to transform them. When we build ourselves up on the inside, we give ourselves a better chance of pushing through obstacles within and out of ourselves. So tell me why this makes me feel like the blockage is like this emotional, spiritual aspect, because you may be called to be a more transparent and authentic version of yourself and truly own your power. This suppressed energy is blocking your own flow, and it's blocking your movement, and you can't manifest properly because there is a blockage of energy. The energy needs to flow through. When you keep suppressing the divine feminine, it creates blockages. The energy has to flow through, right? It has to flow through. Eventually, if you keep trying to build brick walls around this water, the water is going to pressurize so much that over time it's going to break right through those brick walls. And that's what I'm feeling for that. You have to become back in alignment with your natural flow. I'm not going to read the rest of that. I'm going to leave it for where it is. And then we have Amanita, expanded awareness. This to me is bringing me to psychedelics. This to me is like, you're like a walking psychedelic. That's so interesting that we brought up Erykah Badu, because I could totally see her taking psychedelics. I'm not gonna say she is or she isn't, but what I will say is that this is this is the reason why. This is bringing me to that Piscean energy, expanded awareness. You're able to see through different realms. This is you being a seer. You don't need psychedelics to see shit. You just see shit. But if you were to take them, it'll expand it even further, right? That's what this means to me. So in all, what this feels like is that you are expanding your awareness, and by you expand, and by in a way that you expand your awareness is by you answering the call from spirit, by you going and you embracing whatever role this is. The beautiful thing about rosemary is that rosemary is the herb of remembrance. I'm not even kidding. Rosemary helps you to remember your roots, to remember who you are, and to remember your power in the most wise way possible. I love working with rosemary because it is very wise and it has this really strong masculine aspect to it, but it is divinely spiritual. It brings profound spiritual clarity. And that's one thing that I do love about working with rosemary. I just had rosemary on my altar not long ago. I'm actually drying some out, and I'm going to be growing rosemary very soon in my own garden. Anyway, so I do feel that if you continue to be patient with yourself and you continue to show and express yourself for who you are, I do feel like that's how you'll start to not just get ahead in life, but that's how you get back to your own rhythm. You are getting back and flow with your own rhythm, and that is where the energy is going to be. It's going to help you. It's going to feel you. It's going to nourish you. There are some aspects of emotional constipation. I do feel that this emotional constipation is you resisting something that you know that is true, that you cannot deny. It's the truth you just cannot deny. You may deny it to yourself, but that's not, you're not in alignment, and you're not working in alignment with spirit when you do that. Okay, I love this. Oh, I forgot to pull from this deck, the Gypsy Oracle. Let's see. I'm trying these cards out. Let's see. These cards are so small. Okay, you have number 6, number 29. It says, the mouse denotes loss by death. Nearby, it denotes recovery after great difficulty, but distant, the loss will be irretrievable. So, what is this thing, Spirit? Oh, okay. You have, wow, and you have the cat. The cat indicates flattery. If near number 6, that's so funny. Foretells personal injury. Near 29 and 30, it denotes strife. So, this is not, oh wow, near 29. Okay, so you've had a hard life. Like, this is letting me know that you've had a long life of stress, of loss. You may have a very close relationship with death, with people stealing things from you, robbery, and just taking things from you. It could be in a very, it could be in a financial way, spiritual, or you know, sexual way, or whatever it may be. And I do feel that these are things that you're overcoming. And I do feel that you are going to start utilizing this sexual energy for healing. And I do love that for you, because I feel like you do need it now. Number 14, the Rider is a sure sign of good news, unless alongside of 6, 8, 11, and 13. Yeah, this is good. And then number 15, the letter is a sign of good tidings. When near and when touching indicates unexpected of good fortune. There's something that's going to come good out of this. I cannot help but say that. Like, there's something that is going to be good that's coming of this. And you may have had a very rocky, rough start growing up, or you may have had a really rough start in life, period, or maybe it started in your adulthood. Whatever your origin is, right? What is your origin? And when you go back to your origin, you say, this was the start of it all. This is what happened. And now I'm returning back to this aspect of fruitfulness. I really do feel that way. Your ancestors do have a gift to give you, and you'll see it in the waking world. But first, you'll see it in your intuition and your third eye in your dreams, and it'll come to life. It will come to life. All right, that's my time, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in to this reading and for coming onto our YouTube channel. If there's anything that you need from me, please feel free to visit me online over at thescioninpath.org. Make sure that you visit the Ethereum, because that is where I do have my essential oils, well, not essential oils, but my ritual oils, intention oils, and things of that nature, candles, and all other things that can help you along your spiritual path, along your journey. And if you wish to, you guys can follow along with me on Instagram over at Magical Eden. Thank you all for being a part of the Eden Family Soul Tribe. I love you, and I'll catch you in my next video.